Sidhani ni tajiri, hiyo ni mali ya umma, wameiba toka kwetu.
After Edwin Sifuna alikatazwa kwenda Radio Jambo with the government because the government had a hand in it. The government made the CEO, the manager of Radio Jambo, to stop Sifuna from attending an interview there because they think that Radio Jambo is famously listened by the Luhya region, and when Sifuna goes there, he may be able to reach a wide network of people from the Luhya region. And that is the only reason that can happen, because Sifuna explaining at Spice FM today, KTN, he was saying that our watu will reach out to him. They organized this thing, they fixed a date, and it was something that they had wanted from him for a long time. And when he accepted a day prior to jioni jana, they had to cancel it. So hiyo ni foul play, because explain to me what reason do you have for refusing a guest to come to your radio? Kwani imeshika moto ama nini mbaya na radio? So radio stations need to behave. You cannot allow the government to misuse him. And Sifuna also condemned that on Spice FM. So viewers, Oburu and Sifuna sat down and they made some agreements that Oburu is being hunted with up to now. Viewers, welcome to One Bold Brain. My name is Omar Brand. Remember to subscribe, like and share. This is the heartbeat of political analysis. So find your notification button, like and share, so that other people may get our videos. And that is how you support us to grow. And we are growing rapidly as one of the best political analysis channel in Kenya. Thank you for your support. So viewers, Sifuna today has revealed that after Raila's death, him and Oburu sat down in Chungwa House and they had some discussion. Sifuna told him that you wanted me to be removed as SG, Raila akiwa, and ulisema publicly ukiwa pale Siaya that I will be removed as SG. And Sifuna asked him, since now wewe ndio umewekwa kama acting party leader, I'm ready to resign if you feel that me and you cannot work together. Sifuna was with Oburu and he told Oburu that kama Oburu ana feel that yeye na Sifuna hawezi fanya kazi, then it's okay. Sifuna was ready to resign then and then. But Oburu ni nani? Hiyo time alikuwa amepata power. Najui what will happen in future. Now also he felt that Sifuna resigning immediately after him taking power inatuma bad signal. So Oburu said that him and Sifuna are okay and they will work together, that they need to steady the ship and then they need to work together for the future. And that is how Sifuna did not resign as the SG of ODM, because Oburu told him that him and Sifuna, they are cool. And remember the first days, Oburu was of the opinion that it's good to have a different opinion, but we can work together. But now the tune has changed and Sifuna has become a burden to them because they cannot remove him legally from the party. And that is causing them a lot of trouble, a lot of pain, na shida ni mingi sana in the ground. We have the deputy party leader, Mama County, who has taken up the reins, but as we know, the shoes of the SG are too big. And also, ODM now is not popular with the people. Remember, ODM is a party that is supposed to be a people party. So Sifuna anasema that decision by Oburu was what made him remain in ODM. Na pia he has told us about the 10 points agenda which brought the ODM and UDA together. Anasema hiyo kitu ni yeye na Nyang'nyong waliandika. Yeye na Nyang'nyong waliandika after Raila alikataa ile yenye committee of experts ama committee ya ODM executive council ilikuwa imeandika. Raila was against forming a coalition agreement with UDA. Kitu Raila alitaka ni watengeneze kitu yenye iko people based, so that people can be able to have this government go to 2027 na imalize, because Raila feared that this country may go into military rule. Na vile unajua military can rule for 10 years, bring election, and then the president run for another 10 years. So military rule is also a tricky thing because you don't know how well it will go or how bad it will go. So with military, you can never know. And with the military, that means the constitution is suspended, no courts, no nothing. Kila kitu inakuwa suspended. So that is the danger of also having the military rule. So Raila ensured that they crafted something that was not a coalition agreement. Sifuna was saying that leaders from Mombasa brought him a document that was about a coalition agreement with UDA, but Raila said that he was not interested in doing a coalition agreement with UDA. What he wanted was a document that can bring stability to the country and can enable people to be able to live in peace, to live well, and also not to be killed because of the demonstration of June 25th. So that is new information, because now we understand that there were some documents that were crafted by other leaders which wanted coalition haraka haraka. ODM na UDA wamefanya kazi pamoja, and Sifuna is of the idea that he warned the party then, he warned Raila then that UDA was not interested in fulfilling this 10 points agenda. Na nauliza wale watu wenye wanapinga yeye akiongelea 10 points agenda, you were not there when it was written. Him and Anyang' Nyong'o were the one who wrote the document, kapelekea Raila, Raila akakubali, akamwambia pelekee Ruto. Watu wa Ruto wakasoma, akasema sawa. But he claims also watu wa Ruto wako interested na kusoma because they were only interested in having a coalition agreement with UDA so that their rule can be calmer. Watu wanaweza tulia because the country was becoming hotter for Ruto to be able to rule. So they had to do something, and the only thing they could do is that Raila could help them stabilize the country, and that is what he did for Ruto up to now. Linda Ground, ODM, Gladys Wanga and Oburu Odinga, they need to realize that if they do not go back to their roots, Kisumu imewaamsha. You saw after Kisumu ilibidi Oburu Odinga aenda visit baradake pale Kang'o Kajaramogi. And that is just an indication of how the ground is, because the ground is slippery. These guys cannot organize people anymore. Hawajui kuorganize watu, hawajui kufanya siasa anymore. Because now you have people who are thinking that the government will help them maintain their party when the government has their own party. So at the time government ikiwapatia handouts, inapatia watu wao double wakuja wa destroy in their home grounds. And that's why there is zoning. Zoning will not help ODM. What will help ODM is ODM going back to the people, doing mobilization. But the current leadership also cannot allow other leaders to come up. Inafinyilia vijana, inafinyilia leaders wenyewe. You can see Ruto Odinga anapigana na ndugu yake juu hajamuweka kwa committee. I have no pity for her because I don't believe that she's genuine. Millie Odhiambo is against the zoning, is against the leadership decisions. They are making bad decisions. Some other top leaders are also quiet. We don't know what is happening. We don't know their opinion. And it's becoming a difficult monster to handle. And Oburu Odinga seems to be having a hard time controlling this monster called ODM Linda Ground, because this thing is heading for a crash unless something happens. And Sifuna are of the opinion that he's still the SG, but if they go to an NDC and remove them, then he will be out of the party. So I don't know which game the Linda Mwananchi group is playing, but the game is simple. Let's push this thing up to the last moment. And the last moment, if you cannot get what we want, then that is the moment that then we shift and we will go to a party. Because People Renaissance Movement has been formed. And as we all know, People Renaissance Movement is being funded by one Carol Omondi, who is also the patron of Linda Mwananchi. He was just announced as the patron of Linda Mwananchi. So that makes a lot of sense to us. We know that that has an impact on what will happen in this 2027 race. Sifuna is saying that he is meeting the people. People are giving him opinions and they are going to listen to the people. They are not in a rush to be able to say that he wants the presidency or he wants what. They need first to go to the people, listen to the people, know what the people are saying, and then they can make that decision of announcing him as a presidential candidate. Viewers, I want you to leave a comment and tell me, what do you think? Because it seems Sifuna is just playing a game of time. Wait and see. They want the momentum to go on, because this momentum started around February, so they want the momentum to be sustained for a period of time. They maybe launch a party, they then have him as the presidential candidate, and then maybe they can be able now to push for the presidency come next year. It's too early. It can still be announced in January, February 2027. So there's no rush. This year can all be about, hii mwaka yote inaweza kuwa tu about Linda Mwananchi being stable, Linda Mwananchi pushing, Linda Mwananchi coming up with policies, Linda Mwananchi coming up with the manifesto. And if they can really talk about people issues, education, health, jobs, corruption issue, that can be a start of them getting into State House 2028. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. This is One Bold Brain, the heartbeat of political analysis. Usisahau kufinya your notification button, like, share and subscribe so that you support us and you support the work we do here. See you.